Alright. Here, this is going to be a shorter video. My thoughts about how to find out what a religion believes. And I was thinking about this because sometimes you see people, you can see anything on the internet. On the internet, you'll see somebody say, this and that religion believes, fill in blank. But is that what you're going to use to decide, oh, well, this fill in blank religion believes fill in blank, or are you going to look a little deeper? Sometimes somebody who's a member of a church will say, I believe fill in blank. Is that what the church believes? Or are they just running their mouth? I'm not going to get specific with examples of things I've heard people say that were wrong in this video. Maybe that'll be another video. It's important when you're trying to understand what a religion believes to understand the difference between the official canonized belief and stuff that leaders of a church have said but isn't canonized. And if there's a big religion with millions of people, there are a lot of smaller level leaders, local leaders that are not authorized to speak for the entire church to change things. If the local or even regional leader for fill in blank religion says fill in blank with something weird, that does not mean you should quote the person and say fill in blank religion believes. And the culture. In a place where there are a lot of people of one religion, the religion is going to affect the culture, but it works the other way too. Whether there's a lot of people of one religion in an area or a little bit of people, if they're not monks in a monastery staying in that little building, they're going to go to work with people that aren't in their religion. They're going to go to school with people that aren't in their religion. There's going to be television, radio, books that they hear, read, and see that are not their scripture from their religion that are going to affect things. So you should, when you're trying to learn about a religion, you should try to figure out and understand if when you hear something, is it the official canonized belief, their scriptures, in other words. Is it something somebody said, maybe even the leader of the religion, but not something that's from their scriptures? Most religions don't believe that God turns their individual members and every person, every leader, all the way up the chain of command into robots. Or is it just something that's worked into the culture of that area? Whether it's in the culture because people of a certain religion are the majority in that town, or it's just the way the religion and the person's life and their culture have merged to create what you're seeing. So you should look for the scriptures, the official books of a religion, to find out what they believe. That should be your starting point. You should be cognizant or aware that people can contradict those things. So if you have the time, you should double check things that you hear by looking into their scriptures. Asking somebody who says something, which chapter, which verse, which book, which surah. And sometimes people who are members of a religion will contradict their own religion's teachings when they open their mouths. Just because a fill-in-blank religion member said blank doesn't mean you should quote that without double checking it. You should be very careful. I do that. I'm very careful to quote things and try to make sure I understand things. Which is why I made one video where I defended Islam from a false attack, because I looked at what the Quran actually said about the thing and found that no, Ann Barnhart, I haven't watched her in a while. I think I'm getting her name right. She got something wrong. And you should not try to find out what a religion believes by nitpicking and mining and searching every little weird possible thing, or reading people's writings who are just quoting and nitpicking every little tiny thing that's been said by somebody. Every local leader, priest, bishop, imam, pastor, monk, every little thing that they said, hunted, search through until you find the weird stuff. There's something wrong with that. It's immoral. Not as immoral as murder or different degrees of immorality, but it's immoral to, hunt down every weird thing said by a member of a big church and say, aha, there it is. That's what that church believes. Well, thank you for watching this. Have a good day, and be mindful of when you're learning about other religions, if you're hearing their scriptures being quoted, or if it's just something that somebody said. Thank you. Have a good day.